Istanbul was never really on our travel list. Honestly, we expected a loud, chaotic city that would be hard to navigate. But as part of our journey from Romania to Central Asia, we ended up passing through, and what we found completely surprised us. Stunning architecture, incredibly kind people, amazing food, and a unique mix of cultures that totally changed our perspective.
Welcome to Turkey. This is our first time in Istanbul, and these are our first impressions.
One thing we knew before coming to Turkey was that the food would be incredible, but we definitely weren't prepared for just how much amazing food we'd end up trying. Almost every dish we ate in Istanbul was delicious. One of our favourite things were the street food stalls selling stuffed mussels.
They're so good. Really tasty.
Coming from the UK, where there's a big Turkish community, we already knew and loved a lot of the food. But being in Istanbul introduced us to a whole new side of Turkish cuisine, especially those amazing breakfast spreads. Something else we really loved about Istanbul was how proud the people are of their hospitality. Pretty much everywhere we ate, we were offered free tea or even a piece of baklava, and honestly, it just made the whole experience feel so warm and welcoming.
One of our favourite things about Istanbul so far has to be the people. Honestly, they're so friendly, they're so considerate, and we would probably go as far as saying they're some of the friendliest people we've met on our travels so far.
Even in the busy spots like the spice markets and bazaars, the locals were super friendly, joking around with us and letting us sample whatever they were selling.
So we just got given tea, and he said purposely that he'll give Sarah the better tasting tea and me the worst tasting tea, and he definitely did, because mine wasn't so great, but Sarah's is amazing.
I'd agree with that. This is lovely. It's like an orange fruit tea.
One thing that definitely didn't surprise us was how amazing the kebabs were. We even got to visit the original spot that created the Iskender kebab, and wow, it did not disappoint. If food's a big part of your travels, then get ready. Istanbul's gonna blow you away.
So before we get any further into this video about our first impressions of Istanbul, we'd like to say a huge thank you to Jetpack Global for sponsoring this video.
Without their extremely affordable data packs for Turkey, we definitely wouldn't have found navigating this city so easy. The first thing we do before reaching any new country is to make sure that we've got an eSIM installed and ready to go, so that we've got our mobile data covered as soon as we arrive.
We've been using Jetpack eSIMs for a while now, and they've got really affordable data packs that even include a unique smart delay feature.
This means if your flight is delayed by more than 1 hour, you can get free access to an airport lounge.
To help us travel around Turkey, we got ourselves 10 gigabytes of data from Jetpack for only $10 US.
And if you want to get an eSIM with Jetpack, then you can use our referral code in the description to get $5 off your first eSIM. Honestly, without having an eSIM in Istanbul to access online maps, we're pretty certain the public transport would have been a lot more complicated.
Istanbul's transport system is extensive, and it's one of the things that really surprised us. We expected it to be overwhelming in such a huge city, but it was actually super efficient and easy to navigate. Between the trams, metros, buses and ferries, you can get pretty much anywhere. One of our favourite rides was the ferry across the Bosphorus. It's extremely cheap and the views are absolutely incredible.
Well guys, we're on the ferry. This is going to take us over to the Asian part of Istanbul now. Really excited, and the views on this ferry are absolutely stunning.
The only thing to be aware of is the traffic in Istanbul can get really bad, so don't expect buses to turn up on time. Our absolute favourite thing about Istanbul is that there's so much to see and do. This city is absolutely packed with history, and the architecture is stunning, and the best part is how diverse it feels. A quick ferry ride over the European side to the Asian side, and it honestly feels like stepping into a completely different city. It's rare to find a place where you can experience so much contrast and culture in one spot, and that's what makes Istanbul so special.
There's so much to see and do in Istanbul. It really is a mix of cultures.
So we're on the European side right now, but you can also head over to the Asian side, which has got restaurants, cafes, bazaars, and amazing food.
Some of the spots you definitely don't want to miss in Istanbul are the iconic Hagia Sophia, the Galata Tower, and of course, the Blue Mosque. Out of all the landmarks, the Blue Mosque was probably our favourite. Not only is it absolutely stunning, but it's also completely free to enter, which is pretty rare for a place like that. The interior is just as breathtaking as the outside, and unlike the Hagia Sophia, you don't have to wait too long to enter, which brings us on to our next point. The waiting time for the Hagia Sophia can be extremely long, which is something that really shocked us.
Well guys, we've just walked past the Hagia Sophia and the queue is so long. It looks like you'd be waiting for like 3 or 4 hours or so. It goes all the way back to there. Crazy.
Crazy long.
Crazy long.
And finally, we have to mention something that totally caught us off guard: the cats. Nothing will quite prepare you for just how many cats live in Istanbul. As huge cat lovers, this city was basically cat heaven for us. They're everywhere, in parks, cafes, even chilling on shop counters.
There's cats everywhere here.
Cat heaven.
It is cat heaven. I'm just having a cup of coffee. Cat. And they're all nice as well.
Apparently there are over 3 million cats here, and honestly, we loved it. That's it for this video, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. In our next vlog, we're heading out on a food tour across both the European and Asian sides of Istanbul, and we can't wait to take you with us.